Does anyone else want to read?
Ashvi, you can read. You read it very sweetly.
Yes, that's true. Very clear and soft and full of feelings. Yeah.
Very soothing to ears.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. Day 22. Before your very eyes. This world, after all our science and sciences, is still a miracle. Wonderful, inscrutable, magical, and more to whosoever will think of it. Thomas Carroll, 1795 to 1881, writer and historian.
Yeah. So before your very eyes, आपके नजरों के ठीक सामने क्या है? Before my very eyes is my dream list, which I'm seeing, feeling, experiencing, imagining every moment, whatever I'm doing. My dream list is there in front of my open eyes, not in front of my shut eyes. Of course, that's a choice, but front of my open eyes, this dream list is always there. And today's chapter is going to make us understand that what happens when your dream list is right in front of your eyes. So this world, after all our science and sciences, science is what wants, there's always validation. Science always gives you a reason. Yeah, even though there is a world which is full of logics, reasonings, and parallelly with it, there is a world which is full of miracles. This is not a world of logics. It's just a world of magics where you just allow things to happen. You don't how. In science, we want to ask the reason how everything. Na? Even if you've written a plus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b, right? We have learned this equation. Na? A plus b whole bracket square is equal to a plus b and a minus b. So there is a reason how you derive and you reach there. Yes, we have learned now in trigonometry. So yes, everything has a logic, has a reasoning behind it. In that world, which is full of science, and also there is a world which is full of science, S-I-G-N-S. This is the world of magic, where you have to understand the science and science, both. And we are in that world, we are part of that world. So you can't defy science and you can't defy science also. So let's not talk of some people. Let's see where I standing now. Today is day 22 and where I was on day 0, and today which place I'm standing. Do I feel that this world is a world full of miracles, which is wonderful, which is inscrutable. Inscrutable means mysterious. So mysteries, a lot of mysteries are there. Na? So many riddles are there which we need to find out, which we need to just decode. Yeah. So magic, and it's magical, and more to whosoever who will think of it. Isse jada bhi, more and more, if you feel and you think, then this magical world will be revealed to you. Otherwise, it's existing. But the moment you have the trust and faith in it, more and more will come in front of you. Just now also you're sitting, there's so much magic happening in the house, outside the house, in your health, in your happiness, in your wealth. So many magics are happening. I need to get in touch with it. All depends upon how much I am alert, aware, vigilant, and I'm open to receive this magic. So we all need to be open now. Open your minds, open your hearts to receive this magic. Yeah. So let's read about Rhonda's experience.
7 years ago, when I first discovered the secret and the magical power of gratitude, I made a list of all my desires. It was a long list. At that time, there seemed to be no possible way my desires could come true. Nevertheless, I took my top 10 desires and I carried them with me on a piece of paper every day. Whenever I had an opportunity, I would take out my list and read through it. giving as much gratitude for each desire as I could, as though I had received it. With my number one desire, the desire I wanted more than anything else, I kept it constantly in my mind, and I would say the magic words thank you for it multiple times in a day and feel as if it had come true. One by one, every desire on my list magically appeared before my very eyes. As I received my desires, I would cross them off my list, and when I had new desires, I would add them to my list.
Yeah, so we have the liberty to do this now. What is it? What Rhonda did, we are going to just follow her footsteps. She says she's talking about her experience when she wrote the book 7 years before that, she had written the dream list. Yeah. So, it was and that time it was, even though her one part of her logical mind was feeling how is it going to happen, but she didn't put her energies into the how. She just defined what she wants and why she wants, and then what she did was, whole day she was carrying that list of top 10 desires. We all are going to do this today on a piece of paper. You've written it in your journal, now copy it in a piece of paper and carry it with you. एक दो तीन चार जितनी copies बनाने, make it, put it in every purse, every wallet of yours, every bag of yours, so that wherever you're going, or keep it one on your bedside, that journal is there, of course, but कई बार जब closed रहता है तो दिखता नहीं है. So just, if you want, you can stick it at some place also in your house where you can just hold it and feel as if, read it. When you're reading, you feel it's already there. And there was one desire which was her number one desire. So what you can do is, you can also choose out of those 10 desires कि ये एक मुझे अभी पहले चाहिए. Yeah. So one of the desires on my list, and when she wrote that, she felt it every moment. उठते बैठते खाते पीते चलते, every time she was imagining that this is my desire, number one desire, and I already have it. Not I'm going to get it, or I'm going to achieve it. No, she didn't think that way. And as she received her desire, she would cross them off and make a new desire. So just a suggestion, if you want, you can think on one desire of your dream list or three desires, whatever you feel you are capable of. Look at your feelings, that agar mujhe teen choose karne hai, to teen mein will I be able to focus properly? Will I be able to do justice, that I'll be able to give my 100% to it? Or I just want that one desire which I really, 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 really want. Could be in any area of your life. Yeah. So let's read further.
One of my desires from my original long list was to travel to Bora Bora near Tahiti. After spending a beautiful week at the exact place in Bora Bora, I had listed another beautiful thing happened. I was flying to the mainland of Tahiti on my way home when the airplane stopped en route to pick up passengers. The flight had been empty, but it filled to the brim with native Tahitians, and suddenly laughter, smiling faces, and a happiness that was palpable surrounded me.
So we all like happy and smiling faces. Now nobody likes sad and faces which are, just as if the whole world's problem is there with them. Nobody likes seeing that. So she's mentioning that it was one of her lists was she wanted to travel to Bora Bora near Tahiti, and when she was coming back in the flight en route, some passengers came which was not known to her. It was a surprise for her, and because the flight was empty and this decision was taken by the airline, and then what happened was, the change what she felt, the change in the energy what she felt was that these Tahitians were brimming with laughter. They were so happy, and the whole energy of the plane changed. So let's read.
As I enjoyed the short flight with these beautiful people, it became crystal clear to me the reason why they were so happy. They were grateful. They were grateful to be alive. They were grateful to be on the airplane. They were grateful to be with each other. They were grateful for where they were going. They were grateful for everything. I could have stayed on that plane and traveled around the world with them. It felt so good to be with them. And then it struck me that I had just received my final desire. Bora Bora was the last desire on my original long list, and the reason I was on that plane was before my very eyes. Gratitude.
Yeah, so she realized it afterwards, and she understood also that how it came. Sometimes she's written it 7 years back now, so it must have skipped from her mind. But then suddenly the realization was, and wow, wow, it was so wow. So why is she sharing this story with us is so that we also get inspired and motivated. Hence, I tell you all, share your experiences. Share your experiences, because then it inspires and motivates everyone. Yeah. So let's read further.
I've shared this story as an inspiration for you because no matter how big your desires seem to be, you can receive them through gratitude. Even more than that, gratitude will bring a joy and happiness for life that you've never felt before. And that is truly priceless.
Yeah, we all have experienced this now, that when we something happens and some great things happens, even it could be very little for someone who's hearing it, but for you, even a little thing becomes a huge thing, and it makes you so happy and joyful. You feel like being, you there's an unexplainable joy and happiness. That is what we are looking for. Whole day, whatever happens, even though you cry, there's a breakdown, anything happens, but the next moment you are out of it, because you have this tool with you now. Yeah, and now we have this magician's hat. What is that? Our dream list. Our dream list is the magician's hat. It's always there in front of us. Keep it right in front of your eyes. You don't know what's going to come out of it. Which dream will become true, you don't know. Yeah, so just be with it from today onwards, this moment onwards, just after the session. Make it happen for you. Write it down and keep it with you, as if it's the most precious thing that you have. Yeah, so keep it with you the way you keep your most precious thing, and whenever you get time, open, read, visualize, imagine, and feel it to be real. See, now the practice begins. From today onwards, the practice begins at a faster 10x speed if you really want your dreams to come true. Yeah, let's read further.
From the time I began using gratitude and the law of attraction to the time I received my final desire on my original list was 4 years. To give you an idea of the
Enormousness.
enormousness of receiving all my desires in that amount of time, when I created my desire list, my company was $2 million in debt, and I had 2 months before I would be forced to shut it down and would lose my home and everything I owned. The money I owed on my personal credit cards was a small fortune, and yet on my desire list was to own a big house overlooking the ocean, to travel to exotic places in the world, to have paid all my debts, to expand my company, to restore my to restore every relationship to the best it could be, improve the quality of my family's lives, to be 100% healthy again, and have unlimited energy and excitement for life, along with the usual list of material things. And my number one desire, which seemed like an absolute impossibility to many of the people around me, was to bring joy to millions of people through my work.
Yes. So this was her number one desire. And when I read this the first time, this is also my number one desire, to bring joy to millions of people all over the world, in the entire universe. And I want to really touch each and every person, especially, the teenagers and people from the age of 7 to maybe 21, not maybe, but 7 to 21, where you are in the growing phase of your life. And that time, if you learn and understand this language, your whole life will roll in a very different and beautiful way, isn't it? So, where whatever age we have got, irrespective of that, but this is my number one desire also, to to just bring joy to as many people, millions of people all over the world. And you can also make any one thing as your number one desire and see how things will start unfolding. So this is a long list of her dreams. Whose dreams? Rhonda's dreams. And look at the time where she had created her dream. She could have just shut down and she could have just refused to do anything, because at this time when your company is $2 million in debt, that is the time when she made the Secret movie. And it was 2 months before, and the legalities in US and Australia are very, very strict. If they say 2 months, matlab kuch nahi. 2 months, matlab 2 months, date to date. And you will be forced to shut down and lose your home, mortgage everything. And I mean, they are very strict over there, not like what we have in India. Still, she created magic. She rolled the ball. She just did it with full conviction and faith. And you know what she did? This is not mentioned over here. What she did was she just took out all the money what she had in her bank, all the small fortune which she had on her bank, the bank account, and she held that money, those dollars, and she just randomly went into the street. She would look into the eyes. I think some chapter it's written. So she would look into the eyes of everyone and she would give, and she actually paid all what she had. She just shared, she just gave it to whom she felt that this person requires more than me. And then the miracle happened. Somehow some money just fell into her bank account. It was a huge amount of money, and that's how her life just took over. It just carried forward, and everything is history. We know then what all happened. Then she wrote the magic book. Then she wrote the this was after Secret. So magic book, then the power book, then the greatest secret, then the hero book. So many books she's mentioned, all her experiences and of experiences of different people, successful people who are multi-billionaires, people who have created everything for themselves right from scratch to the place where they are. So she has actually, the number one desire was to bring joy to millions of people all over the world, and she's actually successfully done that. Yeah. So then she had an area of relationship. She wrote to restore every relationship to the best it could be. See, so precise and clear it is, na? Crisp and clear, to restore every relationship to the best it could be. And she knew that not defining, unnecessary explanations not required. This line, very good. To improve the quality of my family's life. Family bolti, when you're imagining, family mein kaun aata hai. Then to have 100% to be healthy again, because she had a lot of health issues also at that time, and have unlimited energy and excitement for life. To have this excitement, that zeal in you to be peppy and to be like a child, along with the usual list of material things. The material things followed afterwards, because everything followed when what she had written previously, and then the other list of material things which we don't know and we don't need to know also, because the most important thing she's written. And the number one desire, which at that time seemed an absolute impossibility. Why? Because that time her state of her mental, physical, emotional health was completely different. And that time, if she would have went and told somebody, they would have laughed. And remember, if your dreams make people laugh, they are your true dreams. They are your true dreams. They are the most beautiful dreams. Doesn't matter. People are people anyways. They're going to say whether you achieve or you don't achieve. But make your dreams big. Yeah, so still we have time before you write down this in different sheets of paper. You've made your vision board. You can recreate your vision board. You can just think, give it a thought again, that what is that thing which I really want and which can be my top 10 dreams. Yeah, let's read further.
The very first desire that I received was bringing joy to millions of people through my work. The rest of my desires magically followed, and one by one, as they appeared before my very eyes, I crossed them off my list. So now it's your turn to use gratitude's magical power to make your desires appear before your very eyes. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list that you created. Read through each sentence and desire on your list, and for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can, as if you have it now.
Yes. So now she says that I have created magics in my life, and it's going on happening. So now you identify where are you, so there are many times where you will find that there's a big breakdown while you are in this journey also, or before also, and you come at ground zero. But now you know how to take a step up, step up, and you keep on taking steps till you know that yes, you've come out of it. And the more practice you do, the more quicker it will happen. Okay, so now what we have to do is, we know what gratitude's power is, the magical power. We know, all of us know. Now we have made our count your blessings, we've written down. Then after that, just turn the page where you've written, or you have just written it in the paper, just that paper is there in front of you, whatever you feel like. Just flip the page, read each of the desires, reread it because you've already written, and reread each sentence and desire and visualize. 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you've received it. See, 1 minute is minimum. You don't have to, by the clock, you don't have to see 1 minute ho gaya, feeling I nahi aayi, chhod diya. No, not like that. Get into the feeling. See, when you are in that world, you are beyond time and beyond space. You might have visualized for 5 minutes, but lagega ek hi minute hua hai. Because time is not linear in that world. Time is linear in our logical world. In the magical world, time is in the vertical line. It's not horizontal. Time is just moment, this moment. तो अगर vertical line में you make points, ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक, the points will be same, na? So the time is same. There is no morning, there's no evening, there's no afternoon, there's no night. It's just existing here like this. So when you're visualizing, then you don't need to time yourself. अपने आप जितनी देर तक you want to visualize. So only thing what you need to do is, since we have these 24 hours and we know that there are other responsibilities and duties that I need to do, the best time is the morning time. Whether you are agreeing to it or not, but give it a try. The best time is the morning time, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4:30. Half an hour, just sit, get up, write count your blessings, and do the visualization and the magic check also. Okay, so today what we have to do to get into the habit, supposing you will say that no, I have to go for some work, or I'm at home, whatever is your choice, you have to go to pick up something, or carry that with you. Supposing you are gone to pay some bills or something, or you've gone to a grocery shop and you're standing in the queue to make the payment, that time just take your desire list. Use that time instead of complaining, कितना time लग रहा है, आप लोग एक और aisle क्यों नहीं खोल देते हो, या इतना time कैसे लग सकता है, हमको late हो रहा है, मुझे parking नहीं मिली है गाड़ी की, and मैंने ऐसे ही park करके आई हूँ. So many things we complain, na? So that time it's better, be calm, be quiet, take out your desire list. Now we've got the most important work for us. Reread and be as grateful and for that each one of the dreams what you've written, as though you've received it. Because when you've received it, that time don't jump and forget about to be grateful. Be happy, jump, do dance or whatever you want, bhangra kar lo, jo bhi kar lo, dance and balle balle and anything whatever you want to do, but don't forget to be grateful to the universe, because that's going to give you more opportunities to be grateful for. Agar aisa bolengi, then the mind understands. Otherwise, the mind doesn't understand. So the mind always wants something. It's very shatir. It wants something. Then only it understands. Hai na? So let's read the next para.
Carry your desire list with you today in your pocket. On at least 2 occasions in the day, take out your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude for each one as you can, as though you've received it. If you want your desires to come more quickly, I would highly recommend that you carry your desire list with you in your wallet or purse from this day forward. And whenever you have time, open it up, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can for each one. When your desire appear before your very eyes, cross them off your list and add more. And if you're like me, each time you cross a desire off your list, you will be in tears of joy because what seemed impossible was made possible through the magical power of gratitude.
Yeah, so don't be surprised when tears roll down your eyes, because those are tears of joy and you made it happen for you. The universe made it happen for you. You worked for it and you made it happen for you. Yeah, so you made the universe, you made God happy by doing all the good things. See, there is only one good and God, only one O is extra, na? If you take out one O from good, it becomes God. Yeah. And universe means, uni means one, verse means song. It's one song that we all are connected to. Whether it's your building watchman, whether it's the cleaner, whether it's the sweeper, whether it's your enemy, somebody whom you don't like, whether it's your relative, whether it's anyone, whether it's that cow on the road, whether it's this tree, whether it's this dog, the cat, whomever you see, it's a mosquito who comes and bites me and I'm scared of it. Everything is just saying a part of the same song, universe. Okay, so now operate your life from that space. There are multiverses also which are existing, but we are just talking of this universe, and there are parallel universes also. And you are existing, there is a possibility that you are existing here and you are existing in the other parallel universes also, which we can feel it, but we don't know. A logical mind doesn't know, but you can feel it. At times you feel some messages are coming from nowhere, you feel inclined to do something and you don't know what is happening. So part of you which is in the parallel universe is guiding you, or universe, God, whatever you want to look into, because all minds are different. They understand in a different way. Okay. So now why I'm saying all this is, now you have to think out of the box, something which this chapter has put you into that space with all these, which all these chapters have put you into. Now go deeper into it. You're standing in front of an ocean, and as you dive into the ocean, you will scratch the surface first. You're swimming on the surface. But supposing if you have a desire to dive into it, and you wear that costume and the oxygen mask and everything, and you dive into it, and to see the wonders under the ocean, and to discover all the mysteries in the ocean, all the, the valuables in the ocean, they are all under only, na? Upar to sirf pani dikhta hai, right? So now you're just floating at the surface. Don't think that this is the end. Please don't think this is the end. We are just at the surface now. Now you have to dive deep into it to explore this deep inside the ocean. And where is this? It's nowhere outside, but inside each one of us. So go deep inside you and understand that whatever I am and the person next to me is, we are the same. Look at every person like that. Yeah, a limited mind will come forward, but we know now. Let's come from that space of love, compassion, gratitude, and help. Yeah, so let's read today's magic practice number 22.
Magic practice number 22. before your very eyes. 1. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. 2. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list that you created. 3. Read through each sentence and desire on your list. And for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can. 4. Carry your desire list with you today in your pocket. On at least 2 occasions in the day, take out your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can. 5. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Yeah. So what you have to do, Millie, what you have to do for today?
I have to write down my top 10 desires in 2-3 papers, put in each and every wallet wherever I go, or in the house also I can keep in my pocket, and whenever I find time I have to go through it, and each desire I have to think I have received it and be as grateful as I can.
Very good. And give as much time as you can. So you can choose 3 also, you can choose 1 also. Supposing you feel overwhelmed, ki agar, fatafat, if you find yourself doing quickly to imagine all the 10, then choose 1. But give as much time, quality time for that one desire. ऐसा होता है ना कि there are many knots and you open one knot और वो सारे knots अपने आप खुल जाते हैं. So it's like that. So there are many desires, but that one desire is the most important desire. And when you achieve that, then everything opens around you. The whole path gets lit up. Yeah. So like that, give time. And anything you need to ask, any questions? So when I wrote my desire list the first time, which was in 2020 September. Yes, 2020 September. And my number one desire at that time was, because the lockdown was going on and we had 6 months of no help, everything doing on our own, nothing. And always this had been at the back of my mind to have a female house help who, the specifications also I had in my mind, that she is not of a young age, she is of a middle age, and she is a good soul. And these people, they get periods now, so I didn't want anyone who gets her periods, and like that. I had all the specifications in my mind, and I had written down to have a full-time house help, female house help for myself. And this has been there in my mind. This was there in my mind since last 5-6 years. So this book gave me an opportunity to write that. And when I wrote that, after 23 or 24th day only, one of my sister-in-law, she called me that there is this one person who wants to come and work, and do you want? So I said yes, very good. And I found out everything was according to my needs. And after a month, when I spoke to her, we used to talk a lot. So we used to have conversations. I used to sit and talk to her about her family and her life and everything. Very pure soul, very pure soul. And she is a believer of Radha Swami. So that also I found. And then
Anji ma'am, you had mentioned.
Yeah, and she knew her Guruji's name. She had gone to Nagpur years back, and she didn't have the picture. So I figured out and found the picture, and I did a print out and gave it to her. And she would share, and she always, she wakes up in the morning, she gives time to herself, 15-20 minutes chanting a mantra, and she enjoys seeing the sun, she enjoys being with the nature. So then when I was talking to her, she told me that she used to work in the farms since last maybe 30 years, and she used to work whole day in the farms. That's why she was very close to nature, and she used to feel very uncomfortable that whole day she used to be in the house. She wanted to go out somewhere, so I would take her to buy veggies. That's what we used to do at that time, not to go anywhere out, or just to stroll under my building. Then she told me that it was the first time in her entire life that she has come out. 35 years of her life, her world was her village. And her world was her mom, who's 82 years, and she had taken the responsibility of her mother. She has two brothers, two sisters, but they don't look after her mom, whatever the reason she gave was. And she, from the time, because when her husband left, she left her husband. Okay, she had that power, that courage to leave her husband with her two kids, because her husband used to drink and beat her. So she left her husband, and many stories are there. So she left her husband and she came to her mom's place. The mom took responsibility of her, took charge of her, looked after her and her kids. So that time onwards, she thought that now I am going to look after my mother. So now she's not here. Just 3 days before our session started, she had to leave because her mom was not well. She's not yet come. But so many things I had learned from her, and it was so wonderful that this was the first time in her entire life that she had come to work at some place. And the desire was another so pure desire she had. She wanted her daughter to have her house of her own. Her daughter has a husband, kids, but they were living in open space in the village. Koi chat nahi upar. So her desire was to do something for her daughter to make her house, and which she did it. Then again, and she had only 2 pair of clothes, 2 sari, ek bar dhoti, next day pehnti hai, till now. And she's so pure and satisfied and peaceful that no sign of grudge. Ek bar bhi she didn't complain. Just doing for others, so much I've learned from her. And right now also, like, she's there with her mother, she's taken the responsibility, she's there with her for now it will be a month, and she's there with her, and she says that I will come. So she's always giving magnificent outcomes. This I have seen, although she doesn't know that this is what she's doing, but she's always giving. So after she gave money to her daughter for her house, and then she showed me the picture, and she was so happy. Her daughter was so happy. Video call karke they showed. And just a small house which she only made with the help of a contractor, and she was so happy. And there was a bathroom inside the house. For the first time, they got a house and a bathroom in 15, 16 years of her married life. And the interesting part was that the land was theirs, but they didn't have any money to make a house. So they were just living in an open land. And then she wanted to give her daughter, it didn't end there. Then she wanted to give her daughter to do some money for farming. That she did in the subsequent months. And now then I started telling her that save something for yourself also. So then she understood, and yeah, she has a desire to learn. That desire to learn is there. So if you look around, there's so many people who teach you so many things. Yeah, so this was, and this is how this happened. And I was so happy that actually all these years, this desire was there, but my gratitude was not there. Once I started being grateful, then things started happening the way I wanted to be. Then the house thing happened. So a lot of things kept on happening. So please start doing for yourself. Just a minute, this battery is low. So give your time and effort and do it with your heart. Whatever you're doing, do it with your heart. Feel it and do it. Yeah, you all are doing it, but just do it. And the right time also. Even though you feel you're giving time, but it's not the right time because your mind is preoccupied with certain things, make it a point to do it when you are very, very peaceful. And that is most important time is when you wake up in the morning. Yeah. So remember, 24 hours ke badle mein we have 26 hours. If you wake up 2 hours early. Yeah, so now we can end today's session. It's exact 12 now. So, and tomorrow we are going to do a visualization. I will let you all know, just asking you all, is it possible to have an early session on Saturday?
On
Saturday, just for that one day, is it possible to have an early session? I'll let you all know once it gets confirmed. All of you are okay? Early means we can have around 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
Fine.
Whatever is open, whatever is okay with you all. 8 or 9, just that one day. Or we can take it, yeah, morning only. Or early morning also is fine with me, 7 o'clock.
Miss, I'm okay with 7, 8, 9, whatever.
7 or 9, na? Ashwi?
7, 8.
something fine.
Reet, you also?
Yes.
Lovely. So then let's end the session with that one thing that you're grateful for. Thank you for agreeing to it. I'll just let you all know by tonight, I'll send you the message on the group. So that one thing that you're grateful for, it could be just Rhonda that you're grateful for sharing her beautiful knowledge with us, this beautiful world, introducing us to this beautiful world, or any other thing what you feel like.
Aja.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, thank you, thank you everyone
you.
for being a part of this wonderful session. Thank you so much. And thank you, Hashvi, for reading so beautifully. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.